Excellent. Good. Hello. My name is Mark Majid, and I teach English and psychology online up to master degree level. Today I am going to explain how to write a basic sentence. I teach students who speak English as a second language, and they often explain their idea, and they often add details to support their idea. But what they don't do, or don't seem to understand how to do, is connect their answer, their main idea, with supporting details that make that main idea a bit more understandable. So today I'm going to teach you how to write a basic sentence. Okay, so still getting used to this program. Okay, good. I will start off with a very basic sentence. Let me think of something that I can write. Okay. Okay. I make this very simple. I like to read books. Pictures. Right. This is my main idea. It's a bit messy. Not lean or messy either. Okay. I like to read books with pictures. Okay. This is an independent clause, right? If I met you in a gym. No, say I met you or my friend, whoever's watching this, and I met you in a cafe, and we ordered some tea and a sandwich. So we're sitting there, we're eating and drinking in silence. All of a sudden, I open my mouth and I say, I like to read books with pictures. Okay, it makes sense. Bit spontaneous, but it makes sense, right? I like to read books with pictures. Okay, makes sense. But the person I'm saying it to might be a bit surprised and wonder, why has Mark just told me he likes to read books with pictures? We will come to that later. So, this is my main idea. This is what I want to talk about, right? Okay, so I get students who do this. They give me a main idea like that. Let's open the keyboard, actually. Where's the keyboard? Not that one. Where is it? Is it this one? Yeah, no, let's use this. Okay, let's use this. So, I like to read books with pictures. Okay. We will also say they remind me of my mother reading to me when I was a young boy. Right. So if me and whoever's watching this video, we met at a cafe, and I said to that person, I'd like to read books with pictures. Okay, it makes sense, right? I've told them. They know what I'm talking about. I like to read books with pictures. Right. But then, say for example, they might be wondering, why does he like to read books with pictures? So, on the other hand, if I just opened my mouth and started with, they remind me of my mother reading to me when I was a young boy. The person I said that to, what reminds him of his mother reading to me when he was a young boy? So, this is very simple. Watch. Very simple. What we do is this. Put a comma, and we put the word because. Now, we have the basic sentence. Let's read it. I like to read books with pictures because they remind me of my mother reading to me when I was a young boy. This is a basic sentence. The only thing that the person I've said this to might be wondering is, yes, it makes sense. He has told me he likes to read books with pictures because they remind him of his mother reading to him when he was a young boy. That's nice, right? It's nice to say that. But that person might be thinking, no one was talking about anything. And he just spontaneously started saying, I like to read books with pictures because they remind me of my mother reading to me when I was a young boy. To explain my main point, which is I like to read books with pictures, explain why I like to read books with pictures, and explain why I've initiated that topic in the first place, we would have to turn this into a complex sentence. There will be a video on my channel that tells you how to write a complex sentence. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.